All right. It looks like everything's going a little bit better. So, welcome, nerds, once again. We have focus issues with this camera. I guess that's about as good as it's going to get. So, my apologies. But howdy, howdy. Couple of things. The stream from last week, I still haven't fixed the audio, so it's still not back up. So thank you for those of you who joined in, and also thank you to those of you who informed me that the VOD audio was messed up. Kind of is what it is. I don't have all the time in the world to do the things because I am still working the day job. We are getting into another news episode. This week's goal is to do two of these bad boys just like this. So we're not going to go over literally everything right now because we got to leave some stuff for later, and I don't know what the week holds. So without any further ado, thank you for joining me, nerds. This is Generally Nerdy. We are live, baby, and we are going to be reading the news. Oh, hey, we are in the wrong window. Hey, hey, all right. So let's go to make sure that these trailers have actually dropped. I honestly didn't do that part before we came into this. Let's refresh this page. Oh, come on. Why are you still loading? That's weird. There we go. Reload. Yeah, okay. It's still not up? What the heck? But it's Tuesday already. I'm gonna double check because it should be up. So you're gonna probably hear some music here in just a second because I apparently have a window open to a music video from last stream that never got closed out. As soon as it loads, this is gonna be a pain in the butt. All right, let's go. He-Man. I'm going to do the He-Man trailer first. We also have the Supergirl trailer is supposed to be dropping today as well. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, 1 hour ago. There we go. All right, all right. Supergirl, and then we have Sophie Turner on set. Where are you? Copy, link. Sophie Turner on set, injuring herself. We go paste. Let's check this bad boy out. Well, we already look a lot more like the cartoon, so that's a good start. Tila, Man at Arms. We have memory issues again, so the audio might be screwing up right now. Oh, I like that. Dope. I have the power. Do it. Say it. Say it. There it is. Look at this. I mean, oh hell yeah. Oh, look at Skeletor. That's Jared Leto as Skeletor? Really? Whoa, all right. A little very crazy. All right. All right. I'm here for this. Um we got I mean there's not really a whole lot to break down. I'm digging this a lot though right here. Having oh, I'm going to forget the tiger's name now in the MGM logo. Castle Grayskull. That's dope right there. Check that out. That's so awesome. Um we have just like this is the He-Man that we thought we were getting in the 80s. I still feel like it's a little weird that they're including Earth in this. I don't remember my recollection of the He-Man franchise is that Eternia had nothing to do with Earth. We've talked about this before, and somebody in the comment section told me, well, let's just go look, shall we? I'll go check the wiki real quick because I really don't remember the mythology tying to Earth at all. But somebody in the comment section last time um, told me that He-Man's mom was from Earth in the original series, which I don't remember that at all. And I watched the crap out of the original series. But, you know, it's been 30 years since I watched the original series, probably. So, synopsis according to Wikipedia: series takes place on Eternia, a planet of magic, myth, and fantasy. Its lead character is Prince Adam, young son of Eternia's ruler King Randor, Queen Marlena. Prince Adam is also the twin brother of Princess Adora. Whenever Prince Adam holds the Sword of Power aloft and proclaims, "By the power of Grayskull, I have the power!" he is endowed with fabulous secret powers and transformed into He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. Together with the close allies, Battle Cat, who undergoes a similar transformation from being Adam's cowardly pet tiger Cringer, that's what his name was, the sorceress, Tila, Man at Arms, and Orko. He-Man uses his powers to defend Eternia from the forces of evil Skeletor. Skeletor's main goal is to conquer the mysterious fortress of Castle Grayskull, from which He-Man draws his powers. If successful, Skeletor would have enough power to rule all of Eternia and possibly the entire universe. Production history, we don't care about. Reception, home media. Yeah, there's no nothing about his mom being from Earth. So, I mean, it is just the wiki entry, and this is totally subjective or subject to uh, subversion. But that, yeah, I don't remember there being any ties to Earth at all. It was all Eternia all the time. So yeah, that's a little bit interesting. Like, all right, so let's think about why they would do something like this. This kind of says to me, this focus is gonna really drive me nuts. So I apologize, but this has all of the hallmarks of Louis Tan's Cole Young in Mortal Kombat, the movie from 2023. Was that 2020? Yeah, I think it was 23, maybe 22. I horrible with dates, and I apologize. Even though Mortal Kombat is my franchise of choice, um, it's they're doing this because they think the audience needs this in order to identify with the property. They think the audience needs this in order to I don't know, like the reason that we got Cole Young in Mortal Kombat was because the powers that be decided that we needed a character for the audience to relate to. That's not what happened. And also, there's already multiple characters built into the mythology of Mortal Kombat in order for that to be a thing. So the addition of a new character was dumb and unnecessary. But this kind of feels like that, in that the powers that be decided we should actually have some relation to Earth, have that be part of the conflict, because we still don't know exactly what's going on here. We have a lot better idea now that we have this trailer. It looks like Prince Adam was sent to Earth as some sort of protective measure, a la Superman, kind of. And then he doesn't have a recollection necessarily of Eternia, but he has some sort of like psychic connection to Eternia that he doesn't fully understand, so he always feels like he's not home and he's from a different world. I don't know. This just feels like you're mixing your superheroes, because Superman is not He-Man and He-Man is not Superman, and therefore this feels excessive. Still looks a million times better than the Dolph Lundgren He-Man from the 80s, even though, like, again, grew up watching that as a kid, so there's a weird fondness for it in my heart. But this has a lot of opportunity to be much better. Just as a general statement, I still think they're going to screw up the mythology. Obviously, they're going to screw up the mythology, but I don't know. I'm willing to see what they got. All right, so our other trailer that we were supposed to be checking this time around. Where are we going? We gotta find Supergirl. Go back to YouTube. Supergirl, go away, Wikipedia. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, hey, let's mark that one for later, because that's a video I've been looking for. Watched later. Okay. All right, so we got to find Supergirl. Let's go find the Supergirl trailer. Supergirl trailer. Tomorrow, but that was yesterday. WTF, mate. Well, what the heck, man? It's not up? Copy. Where are you? Share. Copy URL. There's the teaser from yesterday that we can at least put on for a second, because I believe we got a glimpse of Lobo in here, so we'll check that out. Oh, good lord, really? All right, dumb. Dumb. So, James Gunn is trying to make the Guardians of the Galaxy again. Why does she have an iPod? Like, I have an iPod, but I'm old and I have outdated technology. What is the purpose of Supergirl having an iPod? I think that's really dumb. That's all we have to go on, though, because oh wait, nope, that's 3 months ago. That's 1 month ago. We got nothing. That's so ridiculous that it's supposed to come out today and it's not here. 23 hours ago. 23 hours ago. That's not the trailer we're looking for. All right. So I guess we're just going to move on with some news then, because YouTube or Warner Brothers are stupid. So let's go. Where are my news tabs? Right here. We're going to go. The next big piece that we have teased in the thumbnail and the title and everything is the Sophie Turner injury. Sophie Turner injured on the set of Tomb Raider series. So we have As the article reads, Sophie Turner has suffered an injury while filming Amazon's Tomb Raider series, and production has now been temporarily paused. Entertainment Weekly reports Amazon MGM Studios confirmed the pause in a statement, saying Turner recently experienced a minor injury and that filming was briefly shut down as precaution while she recovers. Studio added that it expects production to resume as soon as possible. I still think that's not a terrible looking Lara Croft. Like, yeah, she's not obviously Angelina Jolie in her endowments, but that there's a realistic world in which not the vast majority of females are not built like Angelina Jolie / Lara Croft. So a fit female kind of looks like Sophie Turner, and that's just gonna have to be the way it is because that's honest and realistic. Um, I can't even remember the actress who played her in the last attempt at reviving the franchise. She was more attractive than Sophie, but like I don't remember the same amount of pushback on her proportions, and she's similarly endowed as Sophie Turner. So, there's that. Anyway, Amazon confirms production pause. According to statement, the injury is considered minor, but Amazon is taking no chances with its lead star. The studio said the break is purely precautionary and tied to giving Turner time to recover before cameras start rolling again. That means the latest setback is not being framed as major production problem, but it does temporarily halt momentum for the high-profile Prime Video adaptation. Sophie Turner recently experienced a minor injury. This is a quote from the studio. As precaution, production has briefly paused to allow her time to recover. We're just repeating ourselves over and over and over again, aren't we? Let's move on to the update. The Sun reports that Turner had a pre-existing back injury, which she hurt again while on the Tomb Raider set due to long hours of production. Page 6 adds that Turner will likely return to production in 2 weeks. So that's not a huge setback. In the world of Hollywood and making a TV show, yeah, that's modest. That's a moderately significant setback, but nothing too crazy. Filming only recently started. Amazon previously announced that production on Tomb Raider began on January 15th in 2026, following the release of the first look image of Turner as Lara Croft. The series stars Turner as Lara Croft, featuring Sigourney Weaver, Jason Isaacs, Bill Patterson, Celia Imrie, and Martin Bob Semple as part of the supporting cast. Phoebe Waller-Bridge serves as creator and writer on the series, which is still the biggest red flag. I like Phoebe Waller-Bridge with her original content. I don't necessarily think that she was the person for the job here, but we've already talked about that. So let's move on, shall we? James Gunn, we talked about that. This is another trailer that I wanted to talk about in the last stream, and we were going to talk about in the subsequent stream that never happened. So here we go. Forgotten Island trailer unveils DreamWorks' mythology-fueled fantasy. I'm super curious about this. Let's check out the article and then we'll check out the trailer. DreamWorks Animation has released the first trailer for Forgotten Island, a new original animated movie that centers on friendship, family roots, and Filipino mythology. Oh, it's Filipino mythology. Interesting. Film stars H.E.R., I don't know who her is, and Liza Soberano as best friends Joe and Raisa, whose lives are about to head in different directions after high school. The trailer sets up an emotional fantasy adventure as the two are pulled into a mysterious world where their bond is put to the test. Watch below. Forgotten Island follows two best friends on the edge of change. Forgotten Island. So this sounds like the kind of moralistic kind of storytelling that they used to give my generation when I was a kid. So that's good. That's a return to form in a good way. But it remains to be seen, like the actual storytelling and the plot devices and stuff. But let's continue. Forgotten Island focuses on Joe and Raisa, who have been best friends since grade school, but are now preparing to go their separate ways. While celebrating their final night together to discover a mysterious portal that transports them to Nakali, magical island filled with mythological creatures from the stories they grew up hearing from their Filipino families. That setup gives the movie both a personal and fantasy angle, with DreamWorks leaning, like, we're just stating the obvious here, guys. Come on, let's get a little bit more in depth. Once on Nakali, Joe and Raisa meet a mix of allies and enemies. Dave Franco voices Ra, a were-dog described as well-meaning but hapless, who joins them on their journey. The biggest threat comes from the dreaded Manananggal? voiced by Leah Salonga, as the girls try to find a way home before the price of escaping becomes too high. According to the official synopsis, Joe and Risa learn that the cost of returning home is the memories of their friendship. That raises the stakes and gives Forgotten Island a more emotional hook. Oh, that's super interesting. DreamWorks brings back the Puss in Boots Last Wish team, so this is the same. We have written and directed by Joel Crawford and Janelle Mercado, with Mark Swift producing. Crawford and Swift previously worked on Puss in Boots The Last Wish, which should put this one on the radar for animation fans. I never saw The Last Wish. I only saw the first Puss in Boots movie, actually. DreamWorks is also promoting the movie as another story built around memorable friendship, similar to How to Train Your Dragon, Shrek, and The Wild Robot. Wild Robot was pretty good. I also really like Shrek. I still haven't seen anything other than the very, very first How to Train Your Dragon movie when it very, very first was released on streaming. Voice cast includes her. I don't know who this person is. Liza Soberano, Dave Franco, Leah Solonga. The voice cast also includes Jenny Slate, Manny Jacinto, Jacinto, Dolly De Leon, Joe Coy. Oh, sweet, Joe Coy. Ronnie Chang. The cast gives the movie strong mix of music, comedy, and acting talent. The Filipino folklore angle helps Forgotten Island stand out from the usual animated lineup. That is very true. Let's check this trailer. We are going to have to open it in... Let's open... Not image. Not image. I don't want image. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that's what I thought. View on YouTube. Okay. Oh, come on. Let's go. Let's do this. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, hey, 1990. Okay. Risa. Not Risa. Risa. That's very heartwarming. And now we have memory issues again. Come on, computer. I believe in you. Oh, good lord. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, that's cool looking. So I think the synopsis was wrong. The synopsis was wrong according to that setup. That setup says if they stay on the Forgotten Island, then they will forget their friendship. Whereas the synopsis that we got from the article said that if they make it back, the cost of leaving the island is forgetting their friendship. So, which one is it, guys? La 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 la. That looks super cool. Aw, how sweet. I need to turn on the fans. The computer is overheating. And I don't want more issues like last time, which I'm sure we've already had. So, there's that. But yeah, that looks super sweet. That looks super, like, anti-Disney right now. Let's go kick on that fan. So sorry if there's noise that sounds like I'm taking off. Yeah, the fan in this bad boy, we're just going to go all the way max, baby. There we go. All right. So those are the things that I wanted to talk about the most. What tab are we in? That's right. Where the heck are we going? Right here. All right. So those are the things we want to talk about the most. We have box office estimates for Super Mario Galaxy. Don't care. Those are the things we already covered. Zack Snyder Spotlight Henry Cavill. Yeah. Oh, here we go. This is, I think I actually have this one open already. You certainly do. And then I think this is going to be the last piece that we talk about in this stream, and then we will have more things to talk about when we come back later this week and do another stream, because this must happen. Anyway, we have James Gunn could be out at DC before Man of Tomorrow, as Snyderverse return continues. I still don't think the Snyderverse will return. I think that all of the actors involved have moved past it, specifically Ben Affleck. Like, I think there is an amount of money that would bring Cavill back. I also am pretty sure there is an amount of money that would bring Gal Gadot back, but I don't think there's an amount of money that would bring Ben Affleck back. I think he's got way too many other things going on in his career right now that he would not return as Batman. So it wouldn't be a proper return, and I just don't know that would actually happen without him. But I could be wrong. Anyway, the article reads, we are hearing more behind-the-scenes chatter from WonderCon, which was last week, if you missed it, and it lines up with what was already being circulated about James Gunn and the future of DC. Worth mention is that WonderCon is a smaller-scale con, but near Los Angeles, so it does get a lot of people who are involved in the industry. According to various insiders I spoke with at WonderCon, Gunn is still expected to be out at DC, and I was told that could even happen before Man of Tomorrow, which is set for release in July of 27. This tracks with what John Campea recently said about Gunn potentially leaving by the end of the year. Also told Campea has legit sources. WonderCon insiders track. So this is just more, I don't necessarily care anymore. I'm so over this at this point. Cancellation of Starfleet Academy. We talked about that last time Zack Snyder was approached. Not the other way around. Is also told something else interesting regarding Zack Snyder. According to the insiders I spoke with, Snyder did not go to them about coming back. I was told it was the other side that approached Snyder. I still don't buy it. I still don't believe that is going to be the way that they go. Saudis are getting more cautious, blah, blah, blah. All right, I honestly don't care about that. I want to go to a different piece. Let's see if we can find it. I only have 10 minutes before I have to be done with the stream. I don't want to go to IG. I want to go to Twix. Yeah, that's right. You see my Floyd tracker and how I'm never going to get to Floyd because I've done the things that it wants me to do and it's not registering that they're done. Anyway, we need to find Daniel RPK. Because there was something in his feed yesterday that I wanted to talk about. Official trailer, Avatar. Oh, Avatar series trailer is supposed to be dropping today as well, but I don't see anything about that. I need... What the heck? She just... Oh, here we go. Is this it? Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Nope. Jason Momoa's Lobo looks dope. He will be back. We already know Andrew Garfield is coming back, so there's that. Oh, see, I got all ahead of myself, and I totally forgot we had one other thing that we actually had on the list, so we're going to go to that, and then we'll have to talk about this Daniel RPK thing when we stream later this week. Where are we? Going to off-season tabs, going to Zelda. So, we have a rumor that is The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is getting a remake. And not just that, because it is an anniversary celebration in which they are supposedly going to be doing said remake, we're also going to be getting special edition Switch 2 consoles. A few days ago, renowned leaker Nate the Hate revealed that Nintendo was working on a remake of the classic game Ocarina of Time for the Nintendo Switch console. Nintendo Switch 2 console, rather. Interestingly, another leaker, Shapeshole Nick, I think is what that is, had already discussed this in late 2024 when he claimed that the project had a pretty big budget. Now, following Nate's corroboration, he added that Nintendo is also preparing a new Zelda-themed limited edition Switch 2 console, which is actually pretty freaking awesome and to be expected, I think. To go with it, though, he is not sure whether the game will actually be bundled with it. Of course it will be. Why wouldn't it be? They're not going to leave that money on the table. You're insane. It's been a while since there have been a Zelda-themed console. Nintendo released a Switch Lite edition to celebrate the launch of Echoes of Wisdom, the first game in the series where Princess Zelda is actually playable. Which I still haven't played and I really, really want to in September of 2024. Previously, they had launched a Zelda-themed Switch OLED alongside Tears of the Kingdom, which obviously is one of the best games ever made. Maybe not better than Ocarina of Time, but I would put it pretty damn close. The long-awaited remake of Ocarina of Time seems like the perfect occasion to resume its tradition, especially if Nintendo is indeed betting heavily on it, as a big budget would suggest. The game deserves nothing less behind the highest-rated title on Metacritic with a nearly unbeatable average score of 99. There are many reasons for its popularity, but chief among them was Nintendo's solution to handle the new 3D action experience. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time introduced Z-targeting, a lock-on system that let players focus on enemies and navigate combat in 3 dimensions without the frustration that plagued most 3D games of the era. It was so effective that virtually every 3D action game since has used some version of the mechanic. That legitimately was awesome. Beyond that, the time travel structure was brilliant, the dungeon design was exceptional, and the interconnected world featuring NPC routines, a day-night cycle, and many secrets was a joy to explore and served as inspiration for many subsequent action-adventure games. It will be interesting to see how Nintendo adapts blah, 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 blah. So yeah, we have a proper rumor that there is going to be an Ocarina of Time. Like, this is... We've been talking about this for some time. Obviously, it officially was in the rumor mill as of 2 years ago. But there hasn't been any corroborating evidence. This corroborating evidence is fairly weak. They have it as 75% probable. I would say it's maybe not quite that high on the probability scale, but pretty high on the probability scale. Because Nate the Hate is kind of one of those that just like throws a bunch of stuff at the wall to see what sticks. And oftentimes, like, even a broken clock's right twice a day, right? So I don't know how much weight we can put on his corroboration, but it is corroboration, so kind of take with that what you will. But yeah, that is kind of where we are at with the news right now. Thank you so much, nerds, for joining me. I have a phone interview starting in just about 5 minutes, so I must go do that so that I can get the day job situation properly taken care of. So I appreciate your faces, nerds. I will see you later. Don't forget, I'm going to have to say that again. Don't forget that if you go check out the merch store, you can get your own Music Nerd shirt with the Phantom of the Opera. I love it. I have one somewhere in all of my stuff. So go check it out. Go get that. Also, don't forget that DUBBY. We have... I don't know what the hell's going on there. We also have that DUBBY. DUBBY is a channel partner. You can use code Generally Nerdy at checkout and get 10% off of all of the things. I appreciate your faces, nerds. Again, I must go because I have adulting things to do. So we'll see you in the next one before we go.